Former world title holder and super featherweight Oscar Valdez is making a return to the ring in March of 2024. He is claiming to be no longer ashamed and embarrassed by his outing versus Emmanuel Navarrete last year. Let's talk about Valdez. Talking about fighters who are having a troubled past and present, gaining confidence to come back to do what they know how to do best. This is where we find Oscar Valdez, a fighter who has had some interesting experiences over the past several years. Let's go back to February of 2021 when he fought a great fight against Miguel Berchelt and won the WBC super featherweight title that Berchelt had at that time, scoring a spectacular 10th round stoppage of Berchelt. Valdez has been associated with rumored PED, popping dirty drug test with his career up in question and his accomplishments. When he met Navarrete in August of 2023, Navarrete brought his record of 37-1-1 with 31 KOs against his record now of 31-2 with 23 KOs. It was a fight that both men were going in considered fairly even. But as the fight played on, it was very apparent that Navarrete had the type of style and the type of ability that Valdez would have trouble against. But if you go back to several fights of his, after the Berchelt victory, Valdez had trouble with Robson Conceição. Some people thought that he lost that fight even though he was awarded a unanimous decision. Then came the fight in April of 2022 against Shakur Stevenson, where he lost a unanimous decision against Stevenson. Adam Lopez followed up. He got a unanimous decision over Lopez before the Navarrete fight. So basically, Valdez had been treading on thin ice. But he says the Navarrete loss had him in a stupor for a while. He didn't want to go out in public. He didn't want to face the music. However, there's something that took place that I like here, because this may come across as a video that's putting Valdez down. But no, there is a silver lining in this. And according to an article written in Boxing Scene, Valdez has reported that after he stopped feeling sorry for himself and he began to go out amongst public, there were people who were congratulating him on the fight that he had against Navarrete. People who were giving him the credit for fighting like a warrior, going into battle knowing that sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but the fact that you stood and you fought your ground. Remember the humbling circumstances that Miguel Berchelt felt after being knocked out brutally by Valdez. And see, it was that moment that Valdez thought he was on top of the world. But see, the wheel does turn. So the experiences that a certain fan base and people that he came across that could encourage him to come back, that can give him credit for being a real fighter, win, lose, or draw, is an experience that all of these young fighters of today should take heed of, because it's not about winning. It's about the test of one's will and your desire. When you want to come back, when you want to overcome, when you want to correct wrongs, because we're not always right. That's a lesson for anyone. And as long as you take the bumps and the bruises, know that that's a part of life. But at the same time, you have to give your pound of flesh when you compete in the everyday walk of life. Never give up. You give inspiration. Never decide to quit, because you must have the desire to want to be better than where you find yourself presently. Valdez has been rejuvenated by people who showed that they appreciate the efforts of the man and not just the accolade of a winner. Those are lessons to live by, and also can be virtuous, because at the same time you have no knowledge that who out there could be motivated by your accomplishments. Yes, if you have setbacks, it can hurt, but pain is just the other side of joy, because if you don't know one, how can you respect the other? And to be able to endure both gives you a chance of having some type of leveled foundation of understanding to go forward in life. This is a lesson for all. As Valdez said, he was down and he lost the opportunity against Navara, and it sucks. But going back into the fray to go and pursue again is something to be motivated by. And even if you fall short of the goals, the whole idea is to have something to shoot for to begin with. Can we not dream in this reality? And sometimes our dreams come true. But if you're living it as a nightmare, understand that it can be very hard to wake up from that reality. These are sentiments that people need to take hold of and heed of. I appreciate Valdez being honest. I will tune in to his fight coming up this April, and we will see what he has learned. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts about what Oscar Valdez had to say. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.